Hello everybody, this is Stephen Whitfield with Drilling Contractor. I'm here at the Transocean offices in Houston, Texas. And next to me, as you can see, is a van. And it's not just any van. It's a van from EnergyXP, an educational program developed by the Energy Education Foundation. Now this van, starting this fall, will be driving around schools all across the country to teach students about all of the technological innovations that are driving the energy industry and to show kids how energy is a central part to every aspect of our everyday world. Now in this video, we talked with representatives from the Energy Education Foundation and 900 Pounds of Creative, the technical team that helped turn this van into a reality, about the project and about what it might mean for students all over the country. Check it out. So we're here with Fernando Hinojosa of the EEF. He's going to be telling us a little bit about this project, and we'll hear some cool stuff from him. So Fernando, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
So let's start a little bit high level here and just tell us, for the viewers who might not know, what is the Energy Education Foundation? What do you guys do?
Yeah, the Energy Education Foundation is a nonprofit organization. It's been around for about 30 years. We've gone through a rebrand in the last couple of years, really focused on just cultivating the next generation of energy professionals.
So EnergyXP is a project that you guys are sort of working on here. Can you tell us a bit about, I mean, we saw a van down outside, but what is this project? What sort of motivated you guys to do this?
Yeah, EnergyXP really comes from a previous program that we had. It's an educational focus to bridge that gap of teaching students about, the energy industry and the energy landscape. The energy landscape has changed in the last 10 years, and so we are focused on ensuring that we provide something that is hands-on, that is giving students an ability to learn about the energy industry beyond just like paper and pencil or what they would see in a typical classroom environment.
Well, in terms of the things that you see in the van, I mean, obviously there's sort of a technical element to this, there's a tactile element, there's a digital element to all of this, some of the things that are going to be in this, and we'll hear more about this a little bit later on. But let's talk about the importance of having these different types of experiences, the digital side, the tactile side, the games that we might see within this. How important is that for the students that will be seeing this to have that variety of learning experiences within this van?
Yeah, well, a lot of the research that we did was very thoughtful in understanding that students learn in more than just one way. And so over the past couple of years, we've seen that students are learning through digital platforms, through, in the era of YouTube and the TikToks, through video gamification, understanding that there's hands-on benefits to learning. So we are incorporating hands-on digital, augmented reality through iPads and gamification, knowing that that is where, we can best close that gap for students to learn in the best way possible.
One last question for anybody who wants to get involved with EEF, because you guys are out there looking for as many partners as possible. What can they do?
So there's multiple ways. If you wanted to be a partner to support our program, there's one way there. Is if you also wanted to want this van to come to your community or schools, there's also that possibility. The best way is really to go to our website, energyeducation.org. All the information about EnergyXP is there. There's a sign up for schools and communities that are interested to bring this van out, but there's also a place there to connect with our development team if you wanted to be a part of building this program and building it out across the country.
Well, Fernando, thanks for letting us know about this. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
Okay, we're with Mitchell Massey of 900 Pounds of Creative. One of the most interesting names for an organization I've ever heard, but he's going to be telling us a little bit more about sort of the nuts and bolts of the EnergyXP project. So Mitchell, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to be here.
So let's talk about first, what does 900 Pounds of Creative do?
Yeah, 900 Pounds is a future-focused interaction design agency out of Dallas. We work with Fortune 500 companies to make big things come to life. We also work with museums and nonprofits. We specialize in all kinds of interactive content, and in this case, educational content. And 900 Pounds means that we help companies be bigger than the 800-pound gorilla in their industry.
Oh yes, that's really interesting to hear about that. So let's talk about this EnergyXP project. So
Yeah.
we heard from Fernando, and he told us about sort of the basic kind of things that we might see, but I want to get into some of the tools that we're going to see in these vans. I mean, there's iPads, there's games, there's all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, EnergyXP is helping take energy education into the future, meeting our new generation of kids. We wanted to create something that's very engaging, fighting learning fatigue, and just keeping kids interested across an hour and a half to a 3-hour program. So we've really focused on interactive games across many different topics, the iPad being the center of that, but with also some physical stations, some physical activities. And yeah, we're going all out with interactive content, so everything from 3D, visual effects, sound effects, but really focus on educational content and learnings, tests, scores, and being able to capture, a student's understanding of the energy industry.
In this age of interactive activity, it seems like it's really critical to capture all the senses there. It sounds like that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Multi-sensory, like we said, visual, sound, and then there's also some accessibility features, things like, addressing Spanish as a primary language, some multi-language capabilities, and yeah, it's going to be great.
Sounds like it will be. Now, I know there's only so much you can say here. We were talking a little bit off camera
Yeah.
about this, but obviously people are going to want to know about the timeline for this. First, let's talk about sort of the developmental timeline, you guys getting involved, sort of getting all this together, and then you can tell us a little bit about when we might start seeing this. There's only so much you can probably say, but what are we looking forward to here?
Yeah, you bet. So we've completed our discovery and planning process. We've released an initial pilot demo. We're building towards an hour and a half and a 3-hour track program that will be launched this fall. There's many activities, many videos to create. It's a technical process, and we're doing user testing with students and things like that. But we're really excited to launch the next version of this program in the fall.
So students can be looking out for this in the fall semester then.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure they'll be excited. Well, Mitchell, thank you again for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you.
From the Transocean offices in Houston, Texas, this is Stephen Whitfield saying thank you for visiting drillingcontractor.org.